guys, what's up? It's Brooke. Welcome back to my channel, or to my channel if you haven't been here before. Thank you guys so incredibly much for 2,000 subscribers. I can't even believe in these few short months that you guys have been able to grow our family to 2,000 subscribers. It blows my mind. I am incredibly grateful. Thank you guys so much. You guys literally put the biggest smile on my face every single day. I'm serious about that. Now, as cheery as I'm being right now, we are going to be talking about some really sad, creepy things today. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the story about the Amityville horror house. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys my really creepy experience of passing the house when I was a younger kid, as well as just a few months ago when I decided to pass the house by. And if you guys want to see me like do a vlog or something of me passing the Amityville horror house, leave this video a thumbs up and I will definitely do that and take you guys with me and we can see some creepy stuff for ourselves. So I assume a lot of you have seen the Amityville horror house movies, but today I'm going to be talking about the real story of what actually happened at the Amityville house and unfolding the true story behind this. So this occurred back in 1974 on November 13th. And basically what happened is there's this man by the name of Robert DeFeo Jr. And his family includes his father, who's named Robert DeFeo, who was 44, his mother Louise, who was 42, and all of his siblings, Dawn, who was 18, Allison, who was 13, Mark, who was 12, and John Matthew, who was 9. It's said that at 3 in the morning on November 13th, 1974, Robert DeFeo Jr. went into his house to find his entire family murdered. At first, he had only seen his parents that were dead, so once he saw them, he ran to a bar in Amityville named Henry's Bar, and he started screaming for help and saying that his parents had been shot. He then returned back to his house with a group of people, including one of his friends, and they then discovered all of his family's dead bodies face down on their stomachs on their beds, shot. Robert DeFeo Jr. tried to blame these murders on a mob member who was after their family, but there was witnesses of this mob member being out of state at the time when the murders occurred. And then Robert DeFeo Jr. confessed that he had murdered his entire family. The cops were very suspicious about this murder because there were 6 family members, and it just seemed to happen so quickly, so they started to consider that it wasn't only DeFeo who committed these murders. They were also very suspicious because the gun didn't have a silencer on it, but none of the neighbors had heard gunshots going off. One neighbor claimed to only hear a dog barking. They also claimed that at the time of the murders, only one of the sisters and the mother was actually awake, so everybody else was asleep. Nobody woke up from hearing gunshots, which is very weird. So cops began to think that there was more than one person who carried out the murders of the DeFeo family, but they never exactly found out who it was. So Robert DeFeo pled guilty to murdering his entire family, and he was sentenced 6 life years consecutive in prison. And the reason for these murders still goes unsolved today. It's still very unclear why DeFeo decided to murder his family. Some believe he did it to collect life insurance money from his father and his family, because when he did murder them, he asked the cops how he could get their life insurance money, but they weren't really sure why he decided to murder his entire family. Now, a creepy part about this is that DeFeo actually changes his story about what had happened multiple times. At first, he pleaded not guilty, and he said that he was hearing voices all throughout the house telling him that he had to kill his family. In 1986, he told Newsday that Dawn had actually murdered his father, and that the mother murdered all of the siblings in anger of Dawn murdering the father, and out of defense, DeFeo had to murder the mother. And there have also been stories claiming that DeFeo carried out the crime with his sister Dawn and 2 other friends. The people who moved into the house 1 year after the murders had happened were named the Lutz family, and a lot of the movies are based off of the Lutz family. DeFeo actually shot the parents twice in the head each, and then shot each of the siblings 1 time in their head. And if you've seen in the movies before, the little girl in the movie has 1 huge bullet wound in her head, and it's so sad, and it literally is etched in my brain as the scariest thing I've ever seen. But when the Lutz family moved in, the man named George used to claim that at 3 in the morning every night he would be woken up, and he would always like go outside by the dock and hear a dog barking. So the movies are really based off of the Lutz family and how they only lived there for 28 days because they were being haunted by the DeFeos. Now, Robert DeFeo Jr. is still alive today in prison, which is actually crazy, and he is serving his time there, and it's just so creepy to think about. So now we're gonna talk about passing the houses. When I was younger, me and my sister loved scary movies, and we loved watching scary movies with my aunt. And one day, me, my aunt, and my sister decided to drive past the Amityville horror house, since it's only about 10 minutes away from where I live, not even. So one day we drove past it really slowly, and it was in the middle of the day. It wasn't even at night. And now I've told you guys before, but if you haven't seen my other paranormal videos, you should definitely go watch those. But I talk about my sister being able to see ghosts when she was younger. So my sister and I were younger, and as we passed this house, my sister started crying and saying that she saw the little girl in the window, and that she's seen a little girl standing there with blood on her face, and she started freaking out, and we all got so scared. I never wanted to pass that house again. I had the chills passing that house. I was so scared. I never wanted to go over there again. But then more recently, maybe a few months ago, me and my friends decided to pass the Amityville horror house because we had nothing else to do, and we just kind of wanted to see what it was like. Not only passing that house is creepy, but when it's at night, just driving in that neighborhood, you have this eerie feeling of being watched, and you feel like ghosts are surrounding you. I remember having so much anxiety being there and just wanting to leave because I could just like feel this scary energy around me that was just like terrifying, especially at night. I mean, I could have been just psyching myself out, but like it is just so scary. And it's not just kind of scary in a haunting kind of way. It's scary that like these things actually happen. Being in front of that house and just staring at that house for like 2 minutes and thinking like some man murdered his entire family in this house. Like, it is just the most terrifying, sad, horrible feeling, like being there. It is so sad. A few months ago when I did pass it, I didn't see anything or hear anything, but like the feeling alone, you can just like feel how sad it is. And people actually live there today. So I really wonder if they experience any of these ghost things, if they've ever had paranormal activity in their house. When the murders occurred, they actually had to change the name of the street because of the movies that were being produced and everybody trying to pass the house. And when I was passing the house, people still found the house and would pass it all the time. But it's very scary. The house is actually kind of sideways, so instead of like going down a street and seeing like the front door of a house, you see the side of the house, which is also really kind of creepy. But yeah, that is the story of the Amityville horror house. If you guys want to see more scary videos like this, give it a thumbs up. And if you also want me to vlog going past the Amityville horror house with you guys and seeing if we can see anything, definitely leave this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below, and I will totally do that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on Friday.